Jay, you're a piece of shit. A piece of shit. Oh, Jay, you suck.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Talkin to Myself. I'm your host, Jake Letizia, and this is the podcast where I look into a camera and I talk to myself. Hey, how's it going? It isn't always that podcast because sometimes I look at someone else and talk to someone else, as you guys know fucking now. Yeah, dude, I released a little bonus app this past Friday. Where I talked to my mom for an hour, so go check that out if you haven't listened to it yet. It's pretty good. I don't know. I like talking to my mom. We always have weird fucking conversations. It's fun to fuck with her, you know? Because she likes religion a lot, and it's very easy to just break down religion in a way where she has a hard time explaining it fully, and that's fun for me. You know? I like people who believe in what they believe in, but you can joke around about it. That's a good way to be. If you have any strong beliefs, you should at all times be ready for people to deconstruct them or make fun of them. And you should be able to laugh about it and then go, oh, that's funny that you say that, but this is what I believe. You know what I'm saying? It's always better to laugh and then fucking hit him with a left hook of like, yeah, but this is the truth. And then the person might actually believe you. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes for any type of belief. Veganism, Christianity, all the same. If you want somebody to fucking follow your cause, you hit them with the 1-2. You laugh and go, I know what I believe is silly, but it's also not so silly. You listening? And then you're like, oh, I kind of am listening because you just laughed. Oh, fuck. Now I don't eat bacon anymore. Oh, shit. That's how all vegans become vegans. You go, oh, yeah, what do you fucking only eat salad? And then if that vegan person laughs and goes, ha, I know it's wacky. But there actually are a lot of sterilizations put into cows and their methane. It's killing the environment and killing the air we breathe. And it's really not that good. And if you don't eat as many cows, maybe they won't make as many and there'll be less methane farts and cleaner air to breathe in for your kids one day. And then you go, oh, shit, dude, maybe I won't eat a cheeseburger anymore. And they're like, yes. Is what I'm saying making sense? I have no idea. All I know is if you're a vegan and you go, hey, fuck you, you meat-eating piece of shit, that makes me go eat a cheeseburger. That's all I'm saying. I told you guys that story of the woman saying, how would you feel if I slit your dog's throat? Hey, I'm not going to eat a piece of lettuce because you want to slit my dog's throat. What? Hey, you shouldn't eat animals, okay? How would you like it if I murdered your dog? Hey, I don't know if murdering my dog is vegan, huh? I think that's like spiteful, evil, satanic shit. I think you're just Satan. Anyway, I'm not going to explain that whole story because then I'm just going to tell that whole story again. What's up, guys? Quarantine. Oh, if you're watching the podcast, you might notice the windows behind me look fucking weird. It's because right before this podcast, I was getting real fucking angry at the windows because, of course. Dude, I don't even have command of the English language. Oh, my God. Of course. What am I having, a fucking stroke on the podcast right now? Of course. This week had a ton of rainy days. Literally all fucking week it was raining. And it was overcast, and I could have just filmed the podcast, but you know what? I said Saturday is the day I do it, so I'm not going to change the schedule. Then, of course, Saturday is fucking sunny as shit. It's the most sunny goddamn day of all time today. So I was getting real angry at this fucking window because it was so goddamn bright and my lights aren't strong enough to fucking even it out. And then at the last second, I went to my storage closet and was like, oh shit, I got some ND. If you guys don't know what ND is, it's just like a filter you can put over the window. It's tint. It's window tint. Anyway, I threw it up very haphazardly, so it's a little, it's not quite flush with the window right now. I'm going to fancy it up a little bit for the next podcast. But right now, it's doing a good job, dude. I got a tint behind me. It's not all blown out behind me. I got another fucking light. We're killing it, dude. If you're watching the video right now, this is the time. This is the best podcast to watch the video for, because if we got 2 fucking lights, we got literal 3-point lighting, bro. We got bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, and it's tinted. Fuck yes. Anyway, I'm very calm before these podcasts, and then something happens. I sit down, I start drinking this coffee, the camera's on me, and everyone listening out there just gives me fucking energy, dude. The 30 people listening gives me fucking energy. Anyway, quarantine, man. Oh, we're almost out, I guess, right? The 15th? Well, not for New York City. New York City's fucked forever, huh? The 15th is for New York, I think, is when people are trying to open shit back up. I don't know. It's very interesting to be this long into the quarantine, because you're starting to figure out how much the human spirit can take lockdown. Do you know what I'm saying? We're figuring out we're figuring out vital pieces of human nature, because right now I'm walking around the Chester. I'm in Westchester right now. Right now I'm walking around and I'm seeing people out and about, no masks. Like, there was a period where there was no masks in the beginning. Then I would say like 3 weeks in or 2 weeks in, everybody had a mask. You would get fucking daggers thrown at you if you did not have a goddamn mask on. I don't mean literal daggers, I mean eye daggers. But also, maybe, I don't know, maybe in certain parts of the Chester, they might be throwing knives at you. I don't know. But people were fucking savagely pissed if you didn't have a mask on. Now, I go to any store, I'd say 10% of the people have masks. Not even. I went into a gas station the other day, and the 2 people working there had their masks at their fucking neck. Like, their masks were down, and they were like, oh shit, a customer, and put their masks on. That is fucking, I don't know what could show you that people are more over it than the essential. I guess gas is essential. I shouldn't quote marks. But I don't know what tells you people are over it more than essential workers being like, I'm not wearing this mask anymore. If I do wear it, I'm wearing it in shifts, okay? When people leave the fucking place, I'm taking it down. You know what it is? It's been long enough where people... It's been long enough where either you have been directly affected by it, right? You've either gotten it or people you know have gotten it and they've died, or you've gotten it or people around you have gotten it and they're fine, and that is a big factor, because I feel like a lot of the people who they've gotten it and people they know have gotten it and they're fine, they're just like, listen, this is not a big deal, and they're fucking wearing their masks at their necks while they're working essentially at the gas station. Dude, I'm telling you. I don't know. Everyone around here is fucking over it. You can put people in a lockdown for as long as you want, but at a certain point, they themselves are going to decide, I don't care. You can't control if someone cares or not. You can control whether they stay in their homes, I guess. I don't know. Even that's debatable at this point, because people are fucking getting antsy. People are trying to, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any answers, I'm just observing. That's basically my life, is I observe things. I don't have any answers, right? I don't have any problem-solving techniques for safety. I don't. When people go, hey, this person's doing the wrong thing, or like, this is how they should be handling this situation, I go, I don't know. And it's not me being uninformed or me trying to just be like, oh, I don't care what happens. I don't know. Like, I do research and I try and find out what the right thing to do is, and then I still don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking stupid. I don't know what it is, but I don't. Thank God I'm not in charge of anything safety related because I don't know. If I was Cuomo right now, I don't know what the fuck I would do. I really don't. My dad was watching fucking Cuomo the other day, and he's like, "This idiot, he has to open shit up." And then I go, "Yeah, but Dad, imagine if that's you and you open shit up and a ton of people die. Then all the blood is on your hands." And then my dad was like, "Ah, yes, I guess you're right." It's weird how quickly my dad can just be like, "I guess you're right." Talked about the movies last week. Cuomo this week. What's next week? You know what? I like Trump. You know what, Dad? Trump's not the best. Yeah, you're right. That was fucking easy. Oh, man. Everyone's talking elections. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that shit. This is a zone to hear nonsense. We don't need to talk about politics, my man. That's for some other fucking show. Watch Hannity, bro. Watch fucking Maddow, dude. There's no politics here, okay? And if it is, it's because I will have something fucking silly to say, all right? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Clearly, you guys can see my brain has become mush. Clearly, you can see that I'm schizophrenic. I have no idea what's going on. I'm frantic as shit. I don't know what's happening anymore. My brain. I haven't been out of this house in so fucking long. I haven't seen another person. What really is driving me insane is the human contact, dude. I haven't hugged somebody in fucking a month and a half, and it's fucked, dude. I haven't sat down next to a stranger at a bar and had a drink with them and flirted. You know, I haven't flirted with somebody in fucking 50 days, dude. That'll make you lose your mind, okay? I flirt with everybody, dude. Men, women, doesn't matter. You got to get some flirt in your system to feel like a person. I haven't had any of it. I feel fucking bloated in sections of my body I don't understand. That's what happens. Your equilibrium is off if you don't get that flirt in you. Okay? I've just been eating and playing video games and fucking writing, and that's it, dude. Which isn't that different from my normal life, but I also leave the house with on top of that shit, you know? In my real unquarantined life, I eat less, I play a little less. Well, I don't know about the video games because I'm addicted, but I think I play a little less video games, you know. I probably write less, which is shitty, but I get out of here, dude. I go fucking do some stand-up maybe. I go fucking talk to somebody. I have a drink. I do something, dude. I want to go out at night. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that, some people have it very hard, and my complaints are very minimal at this point. But this is my podcast, so of course I'm going to complain about a bunch of bullshit. My life is bullshit for the most part. Anyway, I'm trying to get to the shit on the list. Every time I do this, I get on the podcast, I start pontificating a bunch of nonsense. Then in my brain, I go, what am I talking about? Then I go to the list and I realize I have a bunch of new shit I want to talk about, and I didn't talk about any of the shit last week that I wanted to talk about. So what I did this week was I took a bunch of shit that I didn't get to talk about in the past 3 weeks. The things on the list that I write that just weren't. Because every time I do a podcast, I have like just a bunch of bullets of possible things to talk about. But I took some of the old things I missed and I put it on this list. So this list is all fucking shit I missed. So I'm getting to all the good stuff that I either was afraid to talk about or I didn't have time to talk about in the past 3 weeks of podcasts. Anyway, let's fucking get into something. Okay, let's talk about this, guys. Remember I did that podcast? I don't know if you guys heard it, but I did a podcast a while ago where I was talking about my ex and I was scared to text her. Guess what I did? I texted her. Woo! You guys can cheer if you want. You guys can scream in wherever the respective location you're in. I would say the subways or the trains, but you're not because of quarantine. Anyway, wherever you are right now, scream loudly and cheer. and don't explain it to the person near you. Just be like, listen, I had to do it. I was told by a person I've never met in life. Listen, a voice in my ear just told me to cheer, okay? I can't explain it right now, but I needed to fucking cheer, all right? Settle down. So, yeah, I texted her. And it wasn't a, it doesn't really count. It wasn't, see, right now, a lot of people are just like shooting texts to their exes, or friends of mine are like, I guess I'm doing a little bit of this, not really, but people have been doing this to me. Dude, there's so much right now going on of like, hey, I'm just going to flirt or message this. It goes into exactly what I just said. You need to flirt, dude. It's an essential part of feeling like a human being, okay? So with social media now, there's so many people DMing other people who they would never DM just because they're like, hey, why not? Let me explore every avenue of possible that I can. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me flirt with every stranger that I've wanted to, but I wasn't sure about, because why not? It's not going to lead anything. It's not going to lead to anything. I'm trapped in my room, you know? But I didn't message her in that scenario. Although, no. Everyone I've talked to or been flirting with over social media was, everything was carried over from before quarantine. I don't think I've started any new ones. But I'm telling you, people have messaged me where I'm like, hey, what is this? Is this quarantine romantic shit? What is this? Is this quarantine lonely meaty? You know what I'm saying? You trying to fucking have a quarantine cutie? Is that what people are calling it? Quarantine cutie? Is the person that you fucking are randomly flirting with that once the quarantine's over, you're not going to talk to them ever again? I think someone's doing that to me right now. I'm pretty sure someone is trying to do that to me a little bit. Be like, hey, we vaguely know each other. Do you want to get each other's hopes up and then have it lead to nothing? Hey, that's quarantine, baby. Anyway, I texted my ex. But it wasn't in the context of like, I'm lonely, this, that, or the other thing. It was her birthday. So happy birthday to her. I think she turned, 29, dude. She turned fucking 29. Damn. Close to 30, dude. Close to 30. I'm going to be fucking 27 next week. Next time you guys see me, I'm going to be 27 years old. Fucking old man. Old boy. Young but old. 27 is the age where you're like, I feel old, but it's still too young to say I'm old to people. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody above 27. Anybody 30 is like, fuck you, man. You still got some 20s left. You know what I'm saying? But anybody who's like 28 or 26 is going to commiserate hardcore with you and be like, yeah, we're getting so old. Oh, we only have fucking 40 years left. At what age do you start being like, well, how many years do I have left on Earth? Mine was 26 last year was when I started counting. When I started being like, how long do I have? I don't have that many years, huh? People don't live that long, huh? Did I tell you fucking guys this? My friend who was like, my friend said this and I want to fucking kill her. I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before, but my friend was like, I don't get why people say life is short. It's not. Like you live 100 years and then you die. And I was like, what do you mean you live 100 years? Who lives 100? Not that many people live 100 years. What are you talking about? And she goes, no, yeah, like I'm going to live to 100 and then I'll die. And I was like, what makes you think you're going to live to fucking 100? She goes, well, my grandma's 100. Or she's like 98. Like I saw, like that's in my genes. I go, no one in your family's died before 100? And she was like, well, my grandpa died at like 60 of a heart attack. And I was like, oh, okay, dude. Also, your parents are what, 70-something and 60-something? Hey, dude, you don't know when they're going to die? I hope they don't. I hope they both live to 140. But if they die, or what's going to happen then? Do I go up to you and go, hey, told ya? Or do you come to me and go, hey, I was wrong? Neither of those things will happen. I'll just know in my heart, hey, you're not going to live to 100. Also, the arrogance of saying that. I think it's fucked up to say that. I'm going to live to 100. Well, no. Just think of how healthy and how... Just think of how much you think of yourself to be like, I'm going to live to 100. It's just, I don't know. I can't describe why I feel it's so arrogant, but it just feels so arrogant to say that. You know why? Because you don't have control over it. You know what I'm saying? You might get hit by a fucking bus. So for you to live life going like, I'm going to live to 100, so life isn't that short, it's like you're disrespecting existence. You know what I'm saying? She's disrespecting the fact that she has no choice in anything that happens to her. Because she doesn't, and I don't. You don't. We don't. We have little to no choice in what really fucking happens. Look at this quarantine, this pandemic. We didn't get a choice in whether or not we get to stay the fuck home. The world changed in a fucking instant. Your life could end in an instant. So you should live life respecting that. Not going, I'm going to live to 100. Fuck all randomness in the universe. Fuck the universe. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. No, you're not. You should say, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to live my life, and I'll adjust accordingly. That's respect for the universe. Having a healthy amount of understanding that you'll adapt to whatever the fucking world throws at you. Because you can have all the plans in the world. All of a sudden, your grandma's got COVID. You know what I'm saying? Your doggy's got COVID. Weren't planning for that, were you? You fuck. Also, it's disrespectful because look at all the people with goddamn COVID right now. How many motherfuckers thought like, oh yeah, I got good genes. I'm going to last till 120 years old. COVID shows up. I'm dead, dude. Dude, that was fucked up. I was fucked up to say you'll live to 100. She doesn't listen to the podcast. It's all good. And even if she does, I'm just messing with you, dude. But seriously, it was fucked up. But anyway, I texted my ex. Because it was her birthday. Happy birthday to her. I said that already. But yeah. And I don't know. I'm in a much different place with it in general than I was that last podcast. That was months ago, I think. Man. A month is so much development time in a breakup, you know? A month is a fucking year in breakup time. And a year's a century, a decade in breakup time. It really is. Because we've been broken up a year now, and it feels like, well, it doesn't feel like 10 years, so the decade thing is actually wrong. The decade analogy that I just made is incorrect. It feels like 5. I feels like I haven't dated this girl in 5 years. That's really what it feels like. In reality, it's only been a year since I've texted her last, because I texted her on her birthday last year. And then I guess the last time I saw her in person was about a year and a half ago. Or 2 years? A year and a half, a year and like 8 months. It's been a while. But it feels like 5 years since I saw her. It feels so long that if I saw her, she would feel like a complete stranger to me. Is at least what I think in my head. I don't really know. I haven't seen her in so long that I really don't know. It might be a thing where I see her and immediately it's familiar and we're back to the same exact way we were when we were dating. But I don't know. Because even when we broke up, I felt like a stranger to her. The last time we hung out, I felt so far away from her. Even though we were in the same fucking room 2 feet apart, I felt like I was in a different apartment. But yeah, so I her birthday was coming up, and I don't know. I just haven't talked. I hadn't talked to her in so long that I just was. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know where her head's at, where my head's at. I mean, I know where my head's at. Of like, I'm very fond of her as a person, and I'm glad we dated, and I don't have any animosity towards her. And I was thinking, does she hate me? I don't really know. Does she feel the same way? Is this the time to like, maybe we could talk? Because right now, in my opinion, would be the time to be like, hey, let's catch up if you want. But also, we're in a pandemic, so we're not catching up. Because the only way to catch up right now would be on the phone or FaceTiming, and we never did that, and that was part of the reason we broke up is because we didn't call or text that much, so there's no way we're going to do it post-breakup. You know what I'm saying? There's no way I'm going to do the thing that I refused to do when we were dating now, you know? I didn't refuse to do it. I just never did it. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. But yeah, so I texted her happy birthday, and I said happy birthday. Hope you and the fam are good. Hope you had a fun day in these strange times. Then a couple hours went by, and then she texted, "Thank you," with 2 exclamation points. Hope you and your fam are okay too. And then I didn't respond, and then that was it. That was it. But that was perfect, man. That was exactly what I wanted. Or exactly what needed to happen. It was like me going, "Hey, you're cool. Like, hey, I still think I like you." And that was her responding going, "Yeah, I like you too. We like each other. We're cool." It was just a very, 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 it was a good reset in this fucking time that is a reset for all of humanity. But it was a good reset of like, hey, happy birthday. Maybe we'll talk sometime. And she was like, thank you for saying that. I agree, let's talk sometime. That's what it felt like to me. If there was no pandemic again, I'd be like, hey, we want to get some coffee sometime or like hang out, like, get a drink and catch up. But we're in a pandemic, so absolutely I won't say that. Especially like plans after this. You know what I'm saying? Are people doing that? I've wondered that so much. Are people trying to make plans? Because if so, that's fucking psychotic. The timer went off on silent. Oh, shit. But anyway, let me turn off the camera before it shuts off automatically, and I'll see you guys in the second half. What's up? And I'm back. Yeah. So I texted her, and that's cool. And maybe when the pandemic's over, we'll hang out. But yeah, like I was saying, are people making... Like, I had a date scheduled right before the pandemic. I haven't rescheduled that because who knows if I'll even ever do that again. I guess it's different dating because how are you going to reschedule a fucking date when you don't even know what dating is anymore after this, you know? I've talked a lot about that already, but like what exactly? I mean, that is a single person's main priority right now. Like finances, of course, are very important. Having money, of course, is very important, paying for your bills, all these things are important. Survival is very important, but a piece of survival that we are not taking account of is sex. I also like this time a lot, or I don't like the time, but like I think it's interesting because we're becoming very aware of how much we all need to fuck. And it's funny because all these dating apps are trying to adapt in this new fucking world that we're in, and they're like, hey, I saw this video that was like, hey, it was for Hinge. It was this stupid fucking podcast. that Hinge started, which is basically, I was listening to it, I was getting so mad because it was just like, and also, I should spend my energy on something more productive, but this is how I lead my life. I was watching a Hinge podcast on YouTube and getting mad because they kept talking about Hinge, and they kept saying, I mean, this isn't an advertisement for Hinge. Like, this podcast isn't an advertisement for Hinge. We're just talking about the service. And I was like, it is, though. That's exactly what it is. It's a podcast on the channel Hinge. One of you works for Hinge. The other one used to work for BuzzFeed. You guys are pretending to have met on Hinge, and now you're good friends. You're good friends, and yet when you go to high-five each other, it's the most awkward shit I've ever seen in my life. It's like two human beings have never wanted to touch each other less. And you guys are trying to be like, oh yeah, we matched. Also, listen. It's just, how many layers of lies are we going to do here? You know what I'm saying? How many layers of lying? Oh, I work for Hinge. This guy used to work for BuzzFeed. We met on Hinge, but now we're just good friends, even though we are very awkward talking to each other, and we won't make eye contact that much. Also, this guy is not... Also, I'm straight, and my co-host is gay. Like, he's a gay gentleman, which is fine. But why are they pretending like they went on a date? Like, why are they doing any of this? I don't get it. I don't understand it. No, yeah, we met and then we just became friends. Well, what though? Why did you guys met? How did you guys match? Also, the conversation you guys had was fucking so fake. It boiled my fucking blood. It was like, hey, that camera's really cool. What did you use? Where'd you get it? And then the photo was like her with her dog. What are you talking about cameras? What are you talking about? Also, what was your first date like? Hey, I saw you worked for Hinge. I worked for BuzzFeed. You want to start a podcast together? I'm not even interested in women. I'm a gay man, but do you want to pretend? Also, it's weird because they're giving dating advice, but then he's giving advice as a fake straight man. It doesn't, I don't listen, maybe he is straight and maybe I'm being a fucking asshole, judgmental person. Although, listen, that shouldn't happen anymore. I don't like that shit. It's weirdly homophobic when you go, oh, I think that guy might be gay, and then people get aggressive about not being gay. That's a little weird, don't you think? That reminds me of high school or like college. You know, remember college and you're at a bar and then someone's like, thinks someone's gay, and not even in a bro shitty trying to make it an insult way. It's just like a way of like, oh, I thought you were gay. And the guy's like, I'm not fucking gay, bro. That's weird, okay? Listen, sometimes you think somebody's a certain sexuality. You're not saying it in a mean way. You're saying it in like a way of like, oh, I just thought you were. Why do people... It's weird. It's weird that there are people who get angry like that. Isn't that funny, though? It's so funny because we all do it. So many gay women I know, assume my friend's gay all the fucking time. Which is the same thing I'm doing with this guy. I'm just assuming he's gay. I don't know for a fact. I don't know. But something in my core is like he is. I was dating somebody or seeing someone who was bi. She self-described as gay, and she would not let it go. She was like, your roommate's gay. And I was like, she isn't, though. I've seen her boyfriends. We've talked. She isn't saying she is. So I don't know why you're so adamantly like, she's gay. She's fucking gay. It'd be like me going, well, you're straight because we're dating. I didn't say that once. You say you're gay. You're gay. I get it, dude. Okay? You are mainly into the ladies, but you have a guy every once in a while. I get it. I respect that. Why can't you respect my roommate being straight. You're fucking aggressively saying she's gay. It's a weird move. But again, I'm doing the same stupid thing by being like, this guy, he's not. He's not straight. We all fall into the trap, man. But anyway, it was irritating me because they were like, what do you think is good for a third date? And the person who works for Hinge, of course, was talking about Hinge features, but she goes, oh, it's so great. We have like the video call features and like, video messaging and stuff like that. And like, I would say a great suggestion, like we have games on the app, like you could play Words with Friends with people. And I was like, Words with Friends? What are we in fucking 2013? What the fuck are Words with Friends? Are you out of your goddamn mind? If somebody asked me to play Words with Friends, I'd be like, are you 57? Anyway, she goes, oh, you could do a meal over Skype or like over our video message feature on the app. First of all, we're not an ad. We're not an advertisement for Hinge. And yet I'm fucking showcasing features on the app for you. Anyway, she goes, a third date is like usually a more intimate one. Like usually like go over to someone's place for dinner. So what you can do is like you can cook dinner over the video message feature on Hinge. And like that's a nice intimate way to have like a third date. Hey, you're leaving out the main reason the third date is okay. Let's get real honest right now, okay? A third date is the date you fuck, typically, for the most part, okay? Sometimes, I don't want to slut shame, but sometimes, and I'm talking about myself, so I guess I'm just slut shaming myself. Sometimes you fuck on the first or second date. Usually that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's my plan. My plan all of my life has always been third to fifth date. Always has been my plan. In practice, first or second date, I end up fucking, okay? If you want to call me a slut, go right ahead. You want to call me a fuckboy? Okay, dude. But what I'm saying is third date is usually the commonplace, colloquial, we all agree. Third date, you're probably going to fuck. That's probably what's going to happen. And the thing that furthers that even more is, hey, do you want to come over to have dinner? If you say to somebody, hey, you want to come over and have dinner, and it's somebody you went on 2 dates with already, you're basically saying, hey, do you want to finally fuck each other? And she or he would be like, yes, I'm coming over for dinner. But what they're really saying is, I'm coming over to see your penis and or vagina. I'm coming over to see your parts and play with them. That's what I'm doing. So to talk about the fucking video message shit without talking about how you're going to also have Skype sex is like, what are we doing here? If you're not telling me to use the Hinge feature to make dinner and then also the dinner is just to go to it's just a polite way to ask someone to fucking spend the night with you. Because it's for whatever reason in our society, we're like, you can't just be like, hey, do you want to come over and fuck all night? You can't say that. I don't know why you can't say that. You should be able to. But it's hard to execute without sounding gross. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard sentence to deliver. Oh, shit, the light just fucking went out. That's a hard sentence to deliver without making someone probably uncomfortable, you know? Wait, hold on a second, guys. This fucking light just went out. God damn it. That totally just threw me the fuck off. I gotta check the camera now to see if it's alright. See if the lighting's fine. Alright, sorry. If you're listening to this right now, one of my lights for the video just blew out. So I gotta fucking see what's going on. I'm gonna cut and I'll be right back. Alright, one of the lights just went out completely. It's all good. I think the lighting should be fine right now. We'll see. Alright, anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, sex. Okay. No, but what I'm saying is, be honest, okay? I know the podcast itself is built on lies already, but let's be honest here. You tell us the best angle to hold the fucking phone so that we can, have video chat sex properly, because that's what's happening on the third date. What I'm saying is we're trying to get sexual, okay? We're not deprived of fucking having dinner with somebody. We're deprived of fucking kissing someone's lips and fucking the fuck out of them. That's what people are deprived of, okay? Oh, I'm so annoyed that I can't go have dinner with somebody. No, dude. I'm annoyed that I can't pick someone up and have them wrap their legs around me. That's what I'm annoyed at. What? I don't get why the people who have the app aren't being honest about that. You know why? Because Hinge is a liar's app. This is the app designed to be deleted. No, it's not, because your business is the app. You should say this is the app designed to never be deleted because we want you to fucking use it because that's our business. I would use whatever app that is. What's that? Bumble? Hey, no, that's Tinder. That should be one of the app slogans. We want you to date forever because that's good for us. That's good for our bottom line. Tell me the truth. Hinge is the only app I haven't deleted yet. How about that, you fucks? Also, stop with the advertisement of this app is for finding a relationship. Shut up. They're all for finding relationships. They're all for finding what you want to find. I don't like I'm not a fan of the specific shit, because then people go on Hinge and they're all like, I'm going to get a boyfriend or I'm going to get a girlfriend. You're not. You are if it goes well. I'm not we're not products to be bought and sold, dude. I'm not you're not window shopping and seeing me in the window and going, hey, that could be a boyfriend of mine. No, dude. You're going, oh, who's that? Let's talk. That's dating. That's what it is, okay? And no slogan is going to make you more quickly get into a fucking relationship with somebody, okay? Because if you were in a bar that says everyone needs to fucking find their partner tonight, it still wouldn't mean that you're going to find a husband or wife, okay? It doesn't mean you're going to find your boo at the end of the night. Because people have choice and free will, and also chemistry doesn't always work out. So it just is what it is, man. It just is what it is. I don't know. What I'm saying is I would like to kiss somebody's face. That's all I'm deprived of. I've already said that on this podcast 19 billion times. But that's it, man. That's really all I'm fucking... I want to flirt with somebody and kiss them and fuck maybe. That's it. That's what I'm missing right now. And once this quarantine's over, who knows when that'll happen, because people are still going to be like, hey, wear a fucking mask. Dude, I'm fucked. I'm so fucked. Dude, I'm into kissing, okay? I've said this on the podcast before. That's what I'm into, right? And if we're living in a society where you fucking have to have a mask on, it's going to be very frowned upon to do what I enjoy doing. I heard people being like, you can fuck, but don't kiss. Are you out of your goddamn mind? I'm only there to kiss, dude. I for the most part, fuck people just so we can kiss for longer. That's what I do. I start having sex and doing other things because it becomes weird to kiss for fucking more than a couple of minutes without preceding the action, you know? Anyway, I don't know. Whatever, man. Dating. Shit's weird. Dude, people... I don't know. I was talking to my friend on the phone the other day. Yesterday about dating and forcefulness and... I don't know, we're talking about not how people are very forceful when it comes to dating. How almost our society or I keep saying fucking society. The world we live in, the people we're around, our community. I don't know, I don't want to say society anymore. I sound like I'm about to fucking go on Murray and shoot him in the head. Our society. About to fucking put on clown makeup with the amount of times I'm saying society. I'm making Joker jokes. Do you get it? Anyway. Yeah, just like people are so they just they just think they can make shit happen, when it's not happening. So many people say this. I've had this said to me by men, by friends of mine that are guys, girls, whatever the fuck. And people say to me, they go, or they say in general, they go, how do I get him to like me? And here's the secret. Here's the secret to getting someone to like you. Here's what you do. Nothing. Here's the secret. You don't get him to like you. You know why? Because he doesn't like you. The secret is to go, oh, this person's not into me. Okay, I'm good. So many guys, why doesn't she, fuck. Guys have said to me, why isn't she texting me? Oh, I'm texting her and she's not texting back that much. And like, I just texted her 3 times and she hasn't responded. Why isn't she, how do I get her to text me back more? How do I get her to text me more? And I go, you don't. You know how to solve the problem of a girl isn't texting you back? You stop texting her. And then you just move on. That's what you do. That's what you do. If you're talking to somebody and it's not easy, it's not like an easy, fun back and forth, you go, oh, this sucks. And you move on, okay? If you're having a bad time communicating with somebody, you're finding out this person sucks at communicating. So you should respect yourself enough to go, oh, this person sucks. Forget about how much you like their face and how beautiful or attractive you think they are, okay? Stop thinking about how strong his chin is, okay? How nice her fucking body is. Stop thinking about that shit and go, oh, they're beautiful, but they fucking suck at talking. So bye. I think that's a huge problem in dating, is that people don't respect their time. If you're spending time and energy texting somebody who doesn't text you back, why are you looking at it as, oh, they won't text me back? No, you should be looking at it as like, oh, what? Like, a normal person would just text me back. They're not. So, I'm done with this. I don't know. I feel like we get so infatuated with fucking people from across the room, and it's like, you don't know that person. That person's just a fucking person. That person's just a dud for the most part. How many times have you thought someone is cute, right? And then you ended up actually like liking them as a human? I feel like I've said that on the podcast before, but fuck it. We're in quarantine. I got nothing to do. I'll say it again. How many times? I would say 1 out of 50. No, 1 out of 10. I'll say 1 out of 10. That's still not a lot. 1 out of 15, I would say. 1 out of 15 times you go up to somebody who you think is cute and you're like, oh, this is great. I want to marry this person. And then the other 14 times you go, this fucking sucks. It's not even like the other 14 times you go like, this is okay. The other 14 times, no split, 14 other times you go, I don't like this person. And then there are the people who are like, doesn't matter to me. I'll still fuck the person. Or you have me who's just like, I need to get out of here. I really like the movie Blue Valentine. Really? That's like kind of depressing. Oh, see you later. You know what will get me to run away from somebody so quick? If we start talking about something, they go, "That's kind of a heavy subject," and I go, "Oh, see ya." That's kind of like a difficult thing to talk about. All right, and I'm not talking about like something from the person's past or like something that's traumatic to them. I'm talking about because that's cool. If you got something that's like, we start talking about suicide and someone I don't know. Well, no, I don't know. See, that's tough now that I'm thinking about it because I've, dealt with things concerning suicide, and if I was dating somebody, I would like to be able to talk about it. I guess what I would say is if somebody doesn't want to talk about something because it's like something fucked up in their life, I respectfully will go, "Oh yeah, we don't need to talk about that." But if I'm talking about something like as fucking minuscule as what do you think Taxi Driver is saying about society, to pull it back into Joker? To make another Joker reference. What do you think Taxi Driver says about society? And the person's like, this is kind of like a heavy question. What? What are you passionate about? I've already talked about that. Oh, that's hard to answer. Oh, see ya. Bye. You suck. I don't know. I would love, saying all this shit, dude. Here's the thing. Anytime I say shit like this, I know that I'm not talking about like this is how I feel. I'm talking about like this is it. Like I know for a fact that I say shit to people and they do the same thing I do where they're like, "I'm done." And I would love to know more than anything, like what are the things that I do that make people feel that the way I feel? You know what I'm saying? That feeling of I'm good, I'm out. What's the thing I do? Because there's definitely there's definitely a large list of fucking garbage that I do that makes a girl immediately go, "Hey, nope." Like every time I speak, they go, see ya. Probably me going, "Oh, I have a podcast." Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, I'm a comedian and I have a podcast. All right, I'm done with this dude. I respect that. I respect that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. That's a tricky thing because, like, some people want you to be honest and some people don't. And then some people say they want you to be honest, and that's a lie. They don't want you to be honest. So it's hard to find out when somebody's telling the truth about, hey, lay it on me, clear as day. But I really do like when somebody is like, this is why I don't like you. Did I talk about this? Somebody told me, a friend of mine's girlfriend, uh, he told me that she didn't like me, and I was like, "Oh, she doesn't like me?" And then he was like, "Well, no, she just doesn't think you're funny." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Have I talked about this? Anyway, then I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was actually like, I mean, part of me was like, "Why?" But also I was why and a little annoyed. But at the same time, I was like, I mean, I respect it. She doesn't. Some people are gonna hear me talk and go, "I never want to hear that again." That I get it, man. But then we were all hanging out, and then he was making jokes about it and was like, "Oh, I'm so glad you guys are friendly. Remember that time when, I was like, oh, you guys hug and make up?" And I was like, "I don't remember that." And then she's like, "What are you talking about? Why you always act like I don't like Jake? Like I like him." And then he goes, "Oh no, well, no, you didn't like him." And then she goes, "No, I just don't think he's funny." And I started laughing hysterically. And she goes, "No, but like I saw you, like last time I saw you do stand up, like I thought you were funny. Like that was funny. Like I do think you're fun. I just didn't. That was funny, but like I just didn't. I thought other stuff you did wasn't funny." Like, I guess she saw me do stand-up and was like, oh, now you're fun. I don't know what it was. But here's the thing. In that moment, I was genuinely exhilarated by how honest she was being. Of just like, yeah, I don't think you're funny. Even if that's what it is. Even if she doesn't. She did make the stipulation of like, oh, well, I saw you recently and I thought it was funny. But like, even if she didn't see me recently, even if she just thought like, you're not funny, I respect that. I don't know. Because there are people that I like. Like, I like them as people. And I think they're awesome people. And I don't think they're funny. But why? But that's fine, dude. There's some cinematographers that like, I hate the fucking way they make. I hate the visuals they create on screen, but other people love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this shit, creative shit in general, it's all a matter of taste. So if somebody doesn't think you're funny, there's no reason to be like, you don't get fun. No, it's just like, well, they don't like they don't like me. And that's perfectly respectable, you know? That's respectable. You don't like me, you don't think I'm funny? That's cool. To each his own, you know? I appreciate the honesty no matter what. Unless you're like, hey, go kill yourself. That's a little bit over the line. Anyway, that's it. The camera's about to run out. I hope the lighting is okay for the second half of the podcast. We'll see. Yeah, I had a great time once again. Hey, guys, if you can, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on iTunes, give it a review on iTunes if you can. Fucking whatever you want to review it. 5 stars, of course, is awesome. But, yeah, give me a review on iTunes. That helps. Anything helps. Any sort of commitment. Subscribe, iTunes, subscribe YouTube, like, share, whatever the fuck. Thank you guys for listening as always. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Jake, you're an idiot. Jake, you don't make any sense. Jake, you're a piece of shit. A piece of shit.